Approximately 120,000 dependents accompanied 100,000 care workers and senior care workers in the year ending September 2023.
Recently, the UK Home Office released some changes in immigration rules concerning foreign workers moving to the UK on work visa. In today's video, we are going to be looking at the dates when some of these immigration policies will start taking effect. Towards the end of the video, I'm going to play a clip from the Home Secretary where they stated a 5-point agenda which they would incorporate to help cut down net migration this year 2024. So please consider subscribing to my channel to keep getting more updates once I release my videos. New minimum wage threshold for foreign worker visas will come into force within weeks, the Home Secretary announced on Tuesday. Reading further, the government said in December that there would be a wave of new restrictions on people coming to Britain and their family members in a bid to bring down legal migration. So these are what we are going to be looking at in this video. Reading further, these are the days which some of these immigration policies will start taking effect. On Tuesday, the Home Office announced, firstly, reforms to restrict care workers from bringing family members to the UK will come into force on March 11, 2024. So remember they mentioned that from this date, 11th March 2024, care workers can no longer bring family members to the UK. Okay, so we are still going to see in another video if those already in the UK will be affected by these changes. Reading further, secondly, measures requiring care providers to register with the Care Quality Commission if they are sponsoring migrants will start on the same date, meaning that if your sponsor or you are looking for sponsor that will sponsor you with a care worker visa, that sponsor, that care provider must be registered with the Care Quality Commission. They must be registered with the Care Quality Commission for them to be able to sponsor you as an immigrant. So, reading further, the next point is an increase to the minimum salary required for those arriving on a skilled worker visa from £26,200 to £38,700 will start from April 4th, 2024. So, from this date, April 4th, 2024, if you are applying for skilled worker visa, the salary threshold which your employer should pay you should be £38,700 and no longer the former £26,200. So you should take note of this salary threshold. So after this date, 4th of April, the salary threshold will increase significantly. Went ahead to mention that the minimum income threshold for those bringing dependents to the UK on family visa will increase in stages starting on April 11. So what they mean is that if you are already in the UK and you want to bring your dependents on family visa to the UK, that you should be earning a salary of £29,000. Okay, and this will be starting from April 11th. So they went ahead to mention that the British people who are into professional jobs such as teachers, police officers and junior doctors will not be able to bring a loved one to live with them from abroad under the salary restrictions, meaning that some of them don't meet this salary threshold. Furthermore, immigrants and families already living in the UK and earning under the threshold were left in limbo, not knowing whether they would be allowed to stay when they renewed their visa. As we have seen the deadline which all these immigration policies will start taking effect, I'll go ahead and play the full clip from the Home Secretary so that you will watch and keep note of the dates. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.
And the first of our 5 points will be to end the abuse of the health and care visa. We will stop overseas care workers from bringing family dependents, and we will require care firms in England to be regulated by the Care Quality Commission in order for them to sponsor visas. Approximately 120,000 dependents accompanied 100,000 care workers and senior care workers in the year ending September 2023. Only 25% of dependents are estimated to be in work, meaning a significant number are drawing on public services rather than helping to grow the economy. We recognise that foreign workers do great work in our NHS and health sector, but it is also important that migrants make a big enough financial contribution. Therefore, we will increase annual immigration health surcharge this year by 66%, from £624 to £1,035, to raise on average around £1.3 billion for the health services of this country every year. Second, we will stop immigration undercutting the salary of British workers. We will increase the skilled worker earnings threshold by a third to £38,700 from next spring, in line with the median full-term wage for those kinds of jobs. Those coming on health and social care visa routes will be exempt, so we can continue to bring in the healthcare workers on which our care sector and NHS rely. Thirdly, we will scrap cut-price shortage labour from overseas by ending the 20% going rate salary discount for shortage occupations and reforming the shortage occupation list. I have asked the Migration Advisory Committee to review the occupations on this list because of our new higher skilled worker salary threshold, and we will create a new immigration salary list with a reduced number of occupations in coordination with the MAC. Fourthly, we will ensure people only bring dependents who they can support financially by raising the minimum income for families. Deputy Speaker, this package of measures will take place from next spring. Finally, having already banned overseas master's students from bringing family members to the UK, I have asked the Migration Advisory Committee to review the graduate route to prevent abuse, to protect the integrity and quality of the UK's outstanding higher education sector. It needs to work in the best interests of the UK, supporting the pathway into high-quality jobs for the global talent pool, but reducing opportunities for abuse. Madam Deputy Speaker, this package of measures, taken in addition with the measures on student dependence that we have already announced in May, means that around 300,000 fewer people will be eligible to come to the UK than were coming last year. This is the largest reduction on record. Immigration policy must be fair, consistent, legal, and sustainable. That is why we are also taking the fight to illegal migration. Our plan to stop the boats is working. Small boat arrivals are down by a third, even as illegal migration across the rest of Europe is on the rise. Madam Deputy Speaker, today we have taken decisive action to reduce legal migration with our 5-point plan. Enough is enough. We are curbing abuses to the healthcare visa. We are increasing thresholds, cutting the SOL discount, increasing family income requirements, and cutting the number of student dependents. And I commend this statement to the House.
Shadow Home Secretary Yvette Cooper.